Welcome to Lesson 2, Keyboarding. In this particular lesson, you will learn how to train your students how to type on a keyboard. I hope you enjoyed the very first overview lesson, which introduced the graphical representation of the 21st century skills technology staircase. Where are we in this progression? We're on the first step, and that is on keyboarding. I've circled it here on the bottom left, and in all of the lessons I will anchor us on where we are in this progression. So consider this graphical map as our guide, our roadmap in the progression of learning how to introduce technology into the classroom. With each of the different technology skills and the critical thinking capabilities that use the technology skills, I'm going to start out with a sample lesson plan. So in a sense, throughout this little video, I'm training you how to teach your students keyboarding. But in another sense, I'm also demonstrating to you an example of how you can create a lesson plan or incorporate this lesson plan into your current lesson plans. And so when you come to a page that says sample lesson plan, take note. Of course, at the end of this course, I will be emailing you a full set of lesson plans that cover this entire course. And so you'll have this readily available to you. So no need to necessarily take notes unless you want to. Every lesson plan should have an objective, and the objective of this lesson is learn how to place your fingers on the home row and type a few words. Step 1 is we will show the home row to the students. Step 2, we will help them to practice typing on the keys. And step 3, we will help them practice typing a sentence. And so the lesson plans that I'll be presenting to you have an objective, a step 1, a step 2, and a step 3. These are the simple steps for this particular lesson. And you will learn how to show your students the home row, how to practice typing the keys, and how to practice typing a sentence. Now you may have heard in the overview lesson, the previous lesson, that I said you don't necessarily need a keyboard or iPads or computers or a technology lab at your school to get the most benefit out of this. And that still holds true. So you may be saying, you know what, why would I teach typing in my class if they don't have any computers in the class? Well, you can still do this. What you're looking at is step 1, and here is a graphical representation of a keyboard. You can actually write this on a chalkboard or a whiteboard with all the numbers at the top and then the subsequent 4 rows, and show them that home row is this middle row that begins with the caps lock and then A, S, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, semicolon. And then there's the quote and the enter. You can then explain to them, although we don't have a keyboard in our classroom, what I would like you to do is I would like you to go home and you can either find a mobile device, a computer, or you can visit your local library. And I want you to visit this website, and in the reading portion in the next section, you'll see a list of websites, and I want you to practice typing. So I say this, of course, if you have computers in the classroom or you have a computer lab, your job is going to be much easier. You have the computers right there, and you can actually give this lesson in a computer lab or in your classroom if they're there with a set of iPads or laptops. But even if you don't have those items available to you, just with a chalkboard and with some send home instructions, you'll be surprised how excited the kids will be to come back and show you what they've learned. So step 1 is you show them the home row key. Help them place their fingers on the home row. So step 2 is practice typing letters. And when you read the lesson that's after this, I'm sorry, it's actually the second part of this same lesson, you'll get more instruction on how to teach your kids to place their fingers in the proper location. That's step 2. Step 3 is have them type this sentence. It's a sentence that has every letter in the alphabet, amazingly, and that is the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dogs. But you have them do it with their fingers on the home row and with their fingers going to the different letters based on their fingers being properly positioned on the home row and then reaching upward or downward for the following letters. That's the end of lesson 2. Of course, you're thinking to yourself, wow, that was quick and that was simple. That's what Quickie Tech is all about, making technology simple. A reminder, my email is at the bottom left, Donnie@quickietech.com. Don't hesitate to contact me. The reading portion after this is extremely important, and it's important that you look at the websites. I think you'll like what you see. These will give you much more detail of how to teach your students how to type, and feel free to send these website links home with your students so that they can practice at home. Thank you.